In 1968, an ethologist named John Calhoun decided to play God. He built a world without suffering, no predators, unlimited food, infinite water, perfect climate control. He called it Universe 25. He placed 4 pairs of mice inside, expecting them to thrive. He expected a paradise. Within 600 days, the population was physically healthy, but psychologically dead. They stopped breeding, they abandoned their young, they ate each other, and then they went extinct. They didn't die because they were starving, they died because they were comfortable. This isn't a story about mice. Look around you. This is a story about us. The experiment began like a dream. With no threats and endless resources, the population doubled every 55 days. It was the exploitation phase. But as the enclosure filled up, something broke in the social fabric. Even though there was enough space, the mice began to huddle together in violent, overcrowding clusters. They lost the ability to be alone. The social roles vanished. There were no defenders because there were no predators. There were no foragers because the food was free. Without struggle, purpose evaporated. And when purpose dies, madness begins.
Calhoun called what happened next the behavioral sink. It was a total collapse of decency. The alpha males became hyper-aggressive, attacking others for no reason, biting tails, creating chaos. The females, exhausted and unprotected, stopped caring for their nests. They began eating their own children, or they would simply drop them on the floor and forget them. Violence became random, meaningless. It wasn't for survival, it was out of sheer boredom and irritation. Does this sound familiar? Scroll through the comments section of any social media platform. Hyper-aggression, meaningless conflict, a society drowning in its own noise, fighting wars that don't exist because the real wars are gone. But the most terrifying phase came last. A new generation of males emerged. Calhoun called them the beautiful ones. These mice withdrew from society completely. They didn't fight, they didn't mate, they didn't care about anything. They spent their entire lives eating, sleeping, and grooming themselves. Their fur was perfect. They had no scars. They looked healthy, but they were hollow. They were incapable of handling even the slightest stress. If another mouse approached them, they froze. They were the ultimate end product of a life without struggle. Narcissistic, isolated, useless. We see the beautiful ones everywhere today. Men and women who have checked out, living in safe, temperature-controlled apartments, ordering food without speaking to a human, grooming their avatars. Perfectly safe, perfectly empty.
Universe 25 ended not with a bang, but with a whimper. The last mouse died in 1973. The resources were still full. The water was still clean. They died because they had lost the will to live. Calhoun concluded that there are 2 deaths. The first is the death of the spirit. The second is the death of the body. Once the spirit dies, once the struggle is removed, the body is just waiting to rot. We are building Universe 25 right now. We chase comfort, we automate effort, we sedate our anxiety. We think we are building paradise, but a human being without a battle is just a mouse waiting for the end. If you feel lost, if you feel numb, it is not because things are too hard, it is because they are too easy. You are waiting for the food to run out, but it won't. You have to create the hunger yourself, or you will become one of the beautiful ones, flawless, fed, and dead before you hit the ground.